What's up, everybody? What's up? It's Wednesday. Another trading day. I went through my watch list of stocks and I'm looking at my scans here. The MU trade that I got in yesterday was a winner. Let me show you what that looks like. I was in the 88.50, it's in 89 at 89.30. But the options barely moved. But I was able to get out at least 50% profit. So that was a winner, but on to the next trade. It traded down before it traded up, so that's why the options didn't really do anything. Let's look at a 2-hour chart on that. You can see at the open, this is a 2-hour chart. It traded all the way down to like 87.50, or maybe $87 before it traded up. Yeah, it hit a low of 86. Oh, it went down to 86.33. That's why the option is only up maybe 50%. But on to the next one. The only signal I got today is Facebook. Let me look at that. Yeah, I got a buy signal on Facebook. And I'm going to take. I think they report earnings next week, but like I told you before, the time to make the money on the earnings is sometimes prior to earnings, or like a week prior. Right now, Facebook is at 301. So my price 307.50. You see the checks. These checks indicate options that are within my price range. Options that I'm willing to risk capital on. So I'm typically in between, like I said, $100 and $200, and that's what these checks indicate. Like this option here is the 305 strike. Facebook is at 301. So we're talking about a $4 move. I have to put out $170. But I think I'm gonna go with the 307.50 and maybe just buy a couple and see what that gives me. I'll wait close to 4 o'clock to get in so I can get in at the best possible price. If this option goes down to 150, I might get in at 305. Let me see when they report. They report on the 28th. So they report next Wednesday, Facebook. So this is the week prior to its earnings. Typically Facebook, Google, and all of them report around the same day. Okay, it's 3:51. Let me show you guys something that I was talking about yesterday. Netflix reported yesterday. Okay, let me pull up that Netflix chart. And remember, I said to you guys, even though I got a sell signal here on Wednesday, a lot of times with earnings, the contracts be so expensive that the risk reward ratio is not in your favor for the trade. And I'm gonna show you an example of that. Even though the volatility wasn't great on Netflix, I looked at it yesterday and it was like 80%. And what volatility means to me is just it's a risk premium. If the option is likely to be volatile, meaning moving up and up and down, up and down, up and down, and there's some uncertainty, that drives the price of the options up. So that's why they're more expensive, especially going into an event like earnings. So you had this drop here. You see the daily signal that I got on Monday. And then it followed up on Tuesday with the 2-day chart. They reported yesterday after the close. It went down 7%. Now you figure a move like that, you would have, a handsome move in the options price. Like you'll have a big profit. Let's see what the options are doing. Go here. Options. Okay. Okay, these are the calls. And these are the puts. My price range would have been here. Around the 500, 490 strike. That would have been my bet. Let's look to see on it in the chart. Okay, this is the 490 strike right here. Closed at 150 on Tuesday and it hit a high of 394, but now it's at $80. So you would have risked $150, and mind you, right now Netflix is at 509.75, so you're $20 away from 490. But if you wouldn't have taken profits early, right now you would be at a loss. Even though you're only $20 away. But the other options, if you would have been in options with a higher strike, those options are in the green. But look, they're only up 100%. So on a 7.5% drop, puts are only up 100%. 100% is good. But on a 7.5% drop, without an event like earnings that adds to the price of the options, that 7.5%, you would have quadrupled your money. It's just a different risk reward ratio when you go into earnings. Now I have made some successful plays at earnings, but I've lost more than I've gained. So I typically stay away from them unless the volatility is extremely low and I can get in at a decent price. Price is everything to me. I'll sit and wait until it gives me that price and then I'll execute. So let's look at that Facebook. Getting the signal on Square too. Square I'm looking at Square too. Let me see. Square reports in May, so it's time on that. Let me look at it. 250, 250. Square's at 244. You guys hit the trash truck outside. Sorry about that. So let's pull that up, see what the options look like. Alright. So let me execute the Facebook. We're at 258, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get in that now. Snatch 2 contracts. So I'm in that. Square. Square I'm looking at 250, 250. That's roughly a 2% move. The volume look like on that. I'm gonna grab that too. See if I can get it at 140. Ah, it moved on me. Yeah, it moved on me. Let me redo that. Paid up. Now I'm at one. I got in at 150, so I'm in Square at $150. Let me show you that. I'm at Square. I'm out of MU. And FB. $232 at risk, 153.60. Tied in Square. So, alright, so those are the 2 trades I'm in now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And let me see. Let me look at that Square chart again. So you see I'm in it. It closed at 152. I got in at 150. It's still changing. It changed, the bar changed up on me though. Let me see. And see now the scan is not showing that it's a buy signal. It changed up on me. Sometimes it's, it's that quick. A slight price change can do that. But Facebook still gave me the signal. I'm in the Facebook. And I'm in Square, even though it changed up on me. I still think I can get a bounce, or at least a flip. So FB blue bar. Square would have been a blue bar, but it changed up. Let's see. Showing some blue bars on the 2-day chart, but I really don't like that formation. Like it took a nice little down to 241 area earlier, and then they bidded it up. So with the volume of contracts trading in this option, if it goes back towards this, I'll double my money tomorrow. If it goes back towards this price. So we'll see what happens. I'll get up with you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night or the rest of your evening. Until next time.